Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's your girl Mariam Naj, your coach, the facilitator of the SGDC, okay, the Smartphone Graphic Design class. So you're all welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you, how we are going to create a simple, design, okay, and we are going to bring everything that I've said so far, that I've taught you guys so far, into reality. Now you will be surprised with what Canva can actually do. This is just like a simple design that anyone can do. Trust me, you can do better. But before this class, you might always be wondering, like, how are they designing this? Like, how are they putting like all these things together? Don't worry, just like I told you guys, this class is going to be full of value, okay, and you are really going to be learning a lot here. So without wasting our time, let's get straight to the moon. So what I want you to do for me is just to pay attention to everything that I'll be doing here in this video. You are going to do the same thing. You are going to replicate this design, okay, maybe using the different background. I'll share the background with you, all the resources that I'll be using in this class with you. So don't worry, this is like something you can do better, honestly. So let's start. Now the first thing you can see here is my Canva interface, which is beautiful here. Now what you want to do is to go here and tap on the plus button. So when you tap on the plus button, we are going to be using the Instagram post. So you can see here we have Canva, suggested size like Instagram post, Instagram story, Instagram I have education presentation, Facebook post, like all these things are here. But what I'll be doing, yes, it's for Instagram, but I prefer the 1080 by 1350 pixel. So I'm just going to work with this. Sorry, if you have Canva on your smartphone, this, will actually happen, but don't worry. Whenever I want to design on my phone, like using my smartphone, I always prefer to use, my Chrome browser. The reason for that, I'm going to share the video with you, don't worry. So now you can see here we have a blank page. You can see like the interface, we have delete, we have duplicate, we have add, we have note, we have color, we have comments, we have more. Now if we tap on this more, we have copy and paste. Now all these things will make sense when we start designing. You might not know this now, but don't worry. All these things, it will make sense when we are designing. Now at the top here we have the undo and the redo button. You are not seeing anything like, I can't use the undo and the redo button here because we are yet to start designing anything. Once I start designing now, I'll be able to use that undo and redo button. You grab. So now let's start. Here is blank, and we want to design. We want to make it live. How are we going to do this? The first thing I want to do here is just to change the background of my design. Before you start designing, you have to have the idea of what you want to design. Now, when I send the flyer, okay, to you guys, that's when you have the idea of what you are going to do, right? But if I don't, then you will not know what you are going to do. And for you to know this, you have to look out for other designers, other great designers, okay, that are good. You want to see their work and gather inspiration from there. Don't worry, all this thing I'm saying might not make sense to you now, but we are going to get there, okay? Just like I told you, I'm going to be revealing a lot to you guys. So now let's start. First thing I want to do is to do what? Change the background. I have already uploaded the background I want to use here, the Canva, okay? And note this, you can easily search for different backgrounds here on Canva. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use my own background that I created, okay? So, and I will share these backgrounds with you that you guys can also use. Don't worry, how to design this background and all those kind of things, I'm going to teach you as well, okay? So here in the video, I'm going to use my own background, okay? And I will share all the resources with you, so don't panic. There are different backgrounds that you are going to use. All of you guys are going to use different background, okay? And you use the same fonts, and I'll be doing like everything I'll be doing here. You are just going to replicate it. The only difference here is the background, okay? So, and maybe the color. So now, let's go. Now I'm going to tap on this plus button. When you tap on the plus button, you can see Canva suggesting different templates to you, and we are not interested in that because we want to design from what? Scratch, okay? That's how to be a badass designer. When you start designing from scratch, you are putting things together, okay? This is the best way to become a badass graphic designer, okay? You can do it, sis. You can do it, bro. In fact, you can do it better. You just need someone right to guide you right, okay? And I believe I'm the right person. All right, let's go. Now you can see the template, you can see elements, you can see upload, you can see text, you can see emoji, you can see logo. I'm not interested in all this. What I'm only interested in is the uploads because, as I said earlier, I already have the background I want to use here, uploaded, to Canva. So now, remember I told you that you can easily search for backgrounds here on Canva. When you want to do that, all you need to do is just to tap on the element and search for the background that you want. Maybe so all you want to do is just to tap on the search icon here. Maybe you want a black background, you want a yellow background, you want anything you want. It's okay. You can get it here on Canva. Canva is evolving every single day, and that's why it is the best design software so far. So good. All right, don't mind that. Now I'm just going to tap on my uploads here, okay, and bring the design that I want to use out. Okay, so now let's go. All right, when you see that, when I tapped on the down upload, sorry about that, you can see the my backgrounds that I've already uploaded here, okay, to Canva, and you can see the amazing backgrounds. Don't worry, I'm going to share all this background with you, and I'm going to show you how you are going to change the background as well. I'm not going to leave you behind. You know, I told you this is for beginner and business owners. I know most business owners, they are not graphic designer, and I want to make you one. I want you to stop outsourcing your, design to people that are not getting your vision. You can do it. You can do it better, honestly. So now let's go. Now for this design, I just want to pick any background. So I'm picking this. I believe this is the one I used for my own. Now you can change the background. Don't worry, I'm going to show you that. Some of you are not new to Canva. You know how to do this. But for the purpose of those of you that are new to Canva, you are welcome. Don't worry. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let me just tap on this. Okay. I'm just going to bring out one, and you can see this, right? Can you see what I'm saying? All right, I'm just going to tap on the three dots here. Okay, so let me show you back, because I don't want to believe that you're not seeing this. So you can see this is the elements. When it's like this, it's turned to elements. So this is the the background that I'm using right now. You can see when I remove my hand from this background, I have this duplicate. This icon is just a duplicate icon. Like when I want to duplicate, okay, I want it to be 2, 3. I just tap on that. So when you tap on the element, okay, you can see we have delete. So if I do delete now, that's gone. It's gone. But don't worry, you don't have to go back to upload to bring out this design again. I mean the background. You can easily tap on this redo, undo, redo, undo, redo, undo, redo, undo. You grab. So it's as simple as ABC. So now I'm going to tap on this, and you can see we have 3 dots here. When we tap on the 3 dots, now there is another magic here. We can see copy, we can see paste, we can see select multiple. That is when you are designing and you have many elements on in your canvas, you can easily select. Maybe you want to group them together, maybe we want to drag them together. You can easily do that, okay, with this select magic multiple here. So you can see set as background, you can see apply colors to page. Now there is another beautiful thing with Canva. Now you can apply the color and your elements, okay, to the to the page, or I mean your canvas. You can easily do that. So with Canva, tell me the software that's going to give you this. I mean that is suitable for your smartphone, mobile app. So this thing is very, very simple. You can see we have lock. When I tap on the lock, it means that I will not be able to move this my elements, which is pretty good. You grab, I won't be able to move my elements around. So that's it. Now I can just remove it, by going back here and tap on unlock. So when I tap on unlock, it means that I can now move my I can now move my elements. And when I tap on these 3 dots, you can see we are here. Now I can tap on delete. That is, I don't know, no longer need this, this one here. I mean this background that I'm using, I mean this element. I mean is getting so much. Well, get used to it because you're going to hear it like thousands of times. So now what I'm going to do next is to set this image as my background. Remember I told you what this is meant for. Okay, that's the job. So I'm going to just tap on that. Boom, you can see the magic. Now we are here, okay, and you can see what's popping, right? Don't worry, there are a lot I'll be teaching you how to do for this kind of background, how to design this background yourself, like so many things I'll be teaching. But for now, what I'm doing now is that I'm trying to go down to your level. Like, I mean, some of you that are new to the graphic design world, I want this to be easy. I want you to see it like, wow, this is amazing. That was how it started for me, and then boom, 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 you started saying that, oh, I started designing all this crazy design. Okay, don't let me talk about that now. Let's go. Now we have this background which is plain, right? The next thing I want to do here is to start working on it, start putting things together. Make sure, I bring out that vision, okay? So how to do that? The next thing I'm going to do is to tap on this plus button. Now, when I tap on this plus button, I have my image here, which I'm going to use as well. Now, I will tap on this like this, okay, on the image like this. And what I'm going to do here is to remove the background. Now, if you are a Canva Pro, if you are using Canva Pro, this is beautiful. You see, let me show you the magic here. You can easily tap on this effect, okay, and remove the background here. You can see BG remover, auto enhance, photogenic, autofocus, face retouch, smart mockups, shadow frames, duotone, letter mosaic, paint effect, tree look file, all these things. Trust me, when we start designing, we will start using all these effects, and you will see, the essence of all this. You understand? You will see the beauty. So for now, what I need here in this effect is just the background remover. So if you are a Canva Pro user, you can easily remove the background, okay? Just like that, one click and you are done. Now, if you are not a Canva Pro user, you can use this site that we call backgroundremover.bg. But one thing about the website is that when you remove the background, it tends to reduce the quality, I mean the resolution of your design. So, and that's not good. So I will advise you to use Canva. So if you know you are not a Canva Pro user, honestly, you need this Canva Pro, because with that you can do better. There are thousands of fonts here, in Canva, photo, elements, I mean videos, audios, like thousands of these things. You will have access to them, everything. So with Canva Pro, you can do better. If you're using free Canva, it's still fine, it's still okay. But I'm just telling you that with Canva Pro, you can do more. Like there's so many things you can do with Canva Pro, and I'm going to be teaching you that. So if you don't have Canva Pro and you want to get one, you want to subscribe to his, I have an offer for that. So you can hit me up and I will add you to my team. All right. So let's go. Right now, I have this my image, and you can see this pretty lady. Oh, I'm hyping myself, right? It's good to hype yourself, oh, okay? If nobody they hype you, hype yourself. So now you can see what I'm doing here. You see, this is our image. Before it was this size. Now, if you take a look at this, I'm using this hedge. Like you just want to drag it, okay, to increase the size or reduce the size, okay, by uh, starting from the hedge of the image. Can you see this? Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so but if you do like this, if you tap on it at the center like this and you are just doing this, you won't be able to increase the size. You will be able to just move it around the canvas, okay, like drag it around like this. So if you want to increase the size, please use the edge, tap on the edge, and okay, do whatever you want to do. Whether you want to decrease it, increase it. Can you see that? So for this one, I want to increase it. The next thing I want to do now is to add my text. Now I'll tap on this, tap on text, okay, and this is beautiful. Tap on my heading like this. Now you can see when you tap on the text, when we bring out heading, we have this edit, we have font, we have font size, we have color, we have format, we have spacing, we have effects, we have animate, we have transparent, we have position, we have notch, we have comments, we have link, we have locks, we have more, right? We have all this. Now what we are going to do here, the first thing here you can see is edit. That is, you want to edit this text. You want to change it to whatever. Okay, I am Mariam Naj. Okay, this is this. Okay, this is that. Okay, this is de. All this thing is what this is for. Now the font is like you want to change the font. Okay, now you can see the font here is the normal font here that is here, which is, I think this is Open Sun. Okay, now the font size is the size. If I tap on it, you will see it will increase, decrease, increase, decrease. Color, if I want to change the color of this font, so I can say maybe change the color, okay, to this, and you can see it's not showing. That's why you need to learn color theory. I'll be teaching you this one as well, don't worry. So you can see the white is coming out, so you can just do whatever, like change the color. This is just for color, okay, to change the color. So now you can see the format when we tap on it. Now this is what you can do with this. This font is not something you can bold. This is italics. You have this. Can you see what is coming up here? You can change it to capital letter. You can easily put this at this is left alignment, center alignment. No, sorry, it's the right alignment, and you can see this one as well. So you can also do this. Maybe you want to number your design. All right, so this is what this is for as well, and you can see the beauty. All right, so I don't need all this. I will just undo. Okay, so we are back to our normal tests. So what I will do now, the next thing I'll show you is the spacing. So this is just like letter spacing. Okay, like, can you see, without me explaining this, you can see what is happening. Okay, you want to decrease the space, okay, between these letters, or you want to increase it. You understand? So line spacing, you will not understand that now until I had another test, okay, to this, and I want to increase the line. Okay, very good. Can you see the line spacing? Can you see what is happening? So this is line spacing. So for this, I'm not interested in all this. I'll just put it back to like 0. The next thing is the effects. When we tap on this effects, this is just like text effects. Now I can change the shape to curve. Can you see that? Or to normal. So I can change the style of this text to this. Can you see? I don't think you can really see it now, but let me increase the size so that you can see it. Can you see what we have here? So you can change it to this. Let me bring it here. Can you see the effect? You can change it to this. You can change it to this. You can change it to this. This glitch neon. Okay, you can see this background. This is just like you want to add background to your text. Instead of before, we normally bring out a shape and we'll place it on the text, but now trust me, Canva is evolving every single day, so that's what makes it beautiful. Now you can do that here in Canva without the text effect here, which is very, very simple and fast. So for this, I'm just going to tap on none, because so far so great. I'm not interested in that now. So now the next thing I'm going to show you is animate. Okay, now this is like when you want to create, we don't actually need all this because we are not trying to create a video, so we are not interested. Now this one is self-explanatory already. When you're on Canva, you can try to use that, but when you do that, immediately you do that, your design will turn to video. Okay, so take note of that. Now another thing you can see now is the transparency. So when I tap on this, you can see transparency. Right now it's 100%. That is full transparency. Now if I want to reduce it, you can see what is happening. It's fading to transparency. Okay, so you can see that this is full, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now we can see the position of this we can see position here. So this is just like if you want to place your design at the top, your text at the top, middle, bottom, right, center, left, backwards. So this backward and forward will not work right now. You will not see the essence until I start designing. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to position and position it forward. So this is forward position, and I will just drag it up so that you can see what I'm doing. So now the next thing here is the notch. So this notch is just like before, we did not have this here on Canva, and it was so difficult. Sometimes when you are designing and you have some little elements, and you want to drag them, sometimes it will be so difficult. When you move it to the right, it will be too much. You move it to the left, it will be too much. So with this notch, let me zoom in so that you can see what I'm talking about. With this notch, you can easily make sure your work, your design, are well aligned. So take a look at this. You see? So with notch, but if I'm using my hands, it will not be like perfect. You grab, unless you're already a great graphic designer. As for beginners, you might find it difficult. So let's assume that I want to place this hard, I want it to be at the side of this line, like to align together with this. So, and you can see that the hair is not well aligned. I can easily use notch. Okay, and you can see we have this, which is pretty good, right? That's it. Now that is the essence of notch. Now comments, you don't actually need this now, don't worry. So links is just like, you don't actually need the link for this also as well for now. So lock, I've already told you what this one does, and more, you already know what that one is also all about. So now for this, let's go straight to it. We are going to use the edit first, and we are going to change this to smartphone graphic design class. So SGDC. Okay, so we have this, and what I will do is to increase the size. So as for a graphic designer that I am already, I already know the kind of size that I want. Sometimes I don't even change the font size here. Okay, so I don't change that, but for you, you will need to follow this route. So what I'm doing now is to change the size there. I can change something like 136. Let's see the result of that. Okay, this is good. Let's see this far. Then I will move to color. So for this background, I will need to use the pure white color. Okay, so this is also good. Now, the next is to the formats. I don't actually need to do anything here, so I'm not interested. So the spacing, okay, I want to reduce the letter spacing. This is the normal spacing, right? And I've shown you earlier what this is for. So I'm just going to tap on this minus. Okay, can you see that? I can say minus 27 and see the result. Okay, that's not fair enough. I can say minus 55 and see the results. Okay, I like this. You can easily do this though. Okay, which is pretty cool. Now that we have this, I will just leave this like this, and then the next I will come to effect here, okay, and see the kind of effects that I can use. So for this purpose of this class, I'm using lift. Okay, can you see this lift? So I'm just leaving it as it is, no problem. I just want to show you guys some cool stuff that you can do with this one. So if you are using a transparent background, maybe your background is something like green, okay, for this lift you might want to reduce the size. I mean the size, the intensity. So for this lift, you might want to reduce the intensity, okay, so that it will not be, you can see what we have here, which is not pretty good. So you can reduce the intensity, you can increase the intensity. But for this one, I can just leave it as 42. You can also follow the same thing. So now I have this, which is pretty cool. And the transparency, I'm not interested. The notch, I'm not interested so far, and that's all for now. Now, what I'm going to do again, okay, is to now, change the font. Okay, we are still working with the same font. We are yet to change our font, and I want to change the font from the normal open source font. So I'm just going to tap on the font. Okay, and here on Canva, if you are using Canva Pro, there are so many fonts that you can use here. You can see I'm using Canva Pro, right? Just like I told you earlier, you can hit me up, and I have one offer for that already, and I can just add you to my team. So you can see there are different fonts that we have here. So, but for this one, I'm not interested in all these fonts. You can just go check yourself, go through this font, okay, and use any font here. All right, but for this class, we are using just one font called League Spartan. Okay, so this is the font. We are going to search for the font here, and this is League Spartan. All right, so you can see we have League Spartan here, and I'm changing it to that font. So when you change it, you will see some changes here. Can you see? Before, this was the font. Now we have this. Can you see that? Before, now. Okay, so you can see what is coming up, right? That is the work of Canva. So let's say I want to increase the size of this. I can just come here, okay, and increase the size to like maybe 180 would be good, because I want to make it bigger, okay, than this. So I have this, which is pretty cool. Now, I can also do something here. Okay, by reducing the spacing. So this is like minus 52, because when I change the fonts, you can see the difference. Okay, so for this now, I'm just going to change it to something like 20. Okay, so we have this. You can see what's coming up now, right? You can see what's coming up. So I can easily reduce my image, because I believe it's just bigger and it's touching this, and I don't want that. So I can easily do this, reduce it, bring it here. Okay, this is cool now. All right, now that we have this, the next thing I want to do, okay, is to duplicate this. You can now see that I'm duplicating these fonts now, right? So that's it. You just want, when you are working, when you are designing, you want to stick with 2 or 3 fonts. Okay, don't use more than that. when you are using like 4, 5, 6, 7 fonts, your design will be rough and it will not be good. No, it will not be enticing. Only you using like, because so many fonts are on Canva, you are not using 100 fonts in one design. You're whining. No, you not work like that. So please don't do this. Now the next thing I want to do, okay, maybe I want to try to do something here. I can easily tap on this effects, okay, change it to hollow. All right, you can see, change it to hollow, and you are going to see what I'm talking about now. So this is the one I change right now, and I can just say, let me change the color. All right, let me change the color to something like this color. I'll come here, make sure it's full. Yes, this is good. Okay, this is good. So if you are using this background, you can just use this color code. This is the code. So when you copy and paste this to Canva, you are going to get the same color code here. All right, so what I will do here is to place this on top of this, and okay, position it to the back just like that. Okay, I like this. You can do something, use nudge, okay, to see what we have now. So this is pretty cool, right? Awesome doings, right? Now what you want to do before you move forward is to come back to position here, position this to the back, no sorry, position this to the top. Let me, okay, so I have this position to the top, and I want to group this my design together so that, you know, when I'm designing and it gets to some points that I want to move this, it will not be difficult for me. So I will just tap on the 3 dots, okay, and I will send backward and select multiple, select the first design, and the next thing I will group both together just like that. So now let me show you the results. You can see this now, both are grouped together. So now the next thing I'm going to do here is to tap on the plus button again. All right, tap on the text tab and bring out you know, stop heading like this. You can change it to heading, it's fine, anyone. So I will edit this and I will write something like I am a student. So this is what you have to do as well. So we have this, okay, and this is cool. So next is just to, you know, come to our effects. Remember the text effects, but let me change everything here to capital letter first. So this is good, and I will just go to effect here and change the effect to you know, the style. Okay, I'm going to use this one, so I like it very well, and this is cool. The color is also okay, so the transparency is going to be full like this. Now this is good. Now the next thing I want to do is to change this, you know, to italics. You can see that now. So we're just going to put this here. Now let me use nudge to do that. You are going to see what I am talking about now. So take a look at this. See. Can you see that? Okay, it's just telling me that this is now aligned. Okay, so I will come to the size. I will change the font first. All right. And now I'm going to use Montserrat rather. So there is a font called Montserrat. I'm using all the fonts I'm using here are free fonts, so you don't have to worry about whether you are using Pro or not. Okay, all these fonts here that I'm using, you know, for this class, they are free fonts. All right. So now this is a Montserrat font, and the size is kind of like too much for my liking. So I will just reduce it to something like 30. 30 is good. Or 31. That one also is good. So I have this, and I will just move my design. I mean my test rather, and this is okay. Okay, can you see that? Don't mind the noise here at the background. I normally record my videos and everything, tutorials, you know, at night, but I was unable to finish the recording, so that's why you are hearing this noise. So now I'm okay with this, okay, and I will just do what? I will duplicate. So before I duplicate, I want to show you the font. The font I'm using is what? A Montserrat font. The size of my font is 31. We can increase it or decrease it later, and the effect that I'm using, you know, is just background, and you can see the spread is 2, the roundness is 2, so you can also follow, and the transparency is 98. So that's it. Now when you are designing, because this is a tutorial, that is why I'm talking, that's why, you know, it's kind of like long. But when you start designing like this, you know, trust me, as a first-time designer, you might spend like at least, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes here. In fact, you might even spend more than that. I can remember when I started, when my first design, I spent like around 2 hours. Although I did not, like, you know, you guys are lucky, there was nobody to just, you know, put me through like this. So that's it. Now I'm going to write smartphone. Okay, I hope it's correct. Smartphone. Then I will put this graphics. So graphic design class, because that's what this is all about, right? So I'll take this, okay, just like that. See if it's not too long. Now you can see it's kind of like too long for my liking, and what I will do is to make sure I reduce the size. Okay, so let's come here, reduce the size so that it can fit the SDG stuff. So for this now, I think this is kind of like cool. So I will just come to size again. Let's reduce it and see. Maybe 23 will be good. Okay, 23 is still better. All right, so I'm cool with this. So what I'm going to do is to copy and paste this. All right, you know the effects, you know the spacing and everything, so I'll just copy and paste just like that, and I'll bring it down here, ungroup it, because I only need one here, which is the first one here. I don't need this, so I will delete it. So take this up again, and I'm going to edit and write meet me. Okay, just like that. So now that we have this, the next thing I'm going to do is to reduce the size to something like this, and let's check the font size so that you guys can also follow up. So let me make it 80. Okay, 80 is good. That's it. Now I have this. the next thing I'm going to do is to duplicate this, okay, just like this. Come here, come down, and I will just go to my effects and reduce the effect. You can see that, before I was using this. You can see that before we use this background text effect, but now I'm no longer using effects. So I will just edit this and paste, like about you. So you have to write what's your brand, okay, what your brand does, like what you do. If you're a coach, if you're a business owner, just explain it. So for me, this is smart nudge. So now I'm just going to, don't worry about this. You might experience this as well. It's fine. So I will just, take this. Make sure you just follow like what I'm doing. Format, just tap on the format and use left alignment. So before it was right alignment, this is the left this is left alignment. Okay, it's the way you're looking at it. So I'm just going to change it here to left alignment. Can you see that? So that's it. Now I will just take this, because I can see that my design now is kind of like coming down. So I will just put this up a little bit like this. Also the same thing with this one, the same thing with this one, the same thing with this one. So we have this. Make sure that the margin here, okay, you follow the margin here, okay, just make sure that everything is well aligned with the margin here. So I will use this also, reduce it like this. Put it forward. So I have this as well. Can you see that? Then this one as well. So now this is cool. Now I'll take this, the meet me, because we want people to meet us, like the students of SDG. Okay, so these people can also follow you on, because I'm going to put this, the best design, okay, when you guys replicate this, the best designs, I'm going to put them on my social media. Okay, so now I have this and I am cool now. Okay, so we have this, and which is pretty cool. So I think this test is kind of like too long for me. I can just remove some like words here. So I think this is good for this design. This is good. So because some parts is are not showing, so I have this. You can just shift your image just like that, okay, a little bit. So we have something like this. Can you see this? Can you see what I'm saying? So you can do this, you can do better. That's just the fact. So now that we have this, the next thing, I just add this. I'm going to share this with you. So it's part of the resources for this class, so don't worry about looking for where to get this. Okay, so now I have this. All I will just do is this, and maybe some kind of like move this forward a little bit using notch. So we don't always make sure that your design are not touching the edge of your canvas. You can see that everything I'm doing now, all these tests, I'm not placing it like this, right? You can see that. You can see that everything, they are well aligned because I'm using the margin. So always try to use that as a beginner. You understand? For me now, I don't need to use this margin actually, honestly. So, but as for you, if you're a beginner, always use this because it will help you, okay? It will help you to make sure that your designs are well aligned. You might not understand everything I'm saying now, but don't worry, you will get it, okay? I'm here to guide you. So now we have this. I will just place this like this, okay? And position it to the back. So maybe a little bit like this. Move this with notch. Move this with notch. Okay, can you see this? So I'm good with this now. So what I'll do, I'll position this to the back. This one. I'll just position it to the back like this. You can see that we'll position it to the back, so you can see what we are achieving with this now. We're just putting stuff together and we're getting there. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is to add this, our text, and I will just duplicate again. And if you take notes, I'm only using 2 fonts here. Can you take, I don't know, can you see that I'm only using just 2 fonts, okay, for this design? The first one is Leaks Pattern and the second one is Montserrat. So that's it. Now I will edit this and change this, say something like you can find me here. So I'm putting my social media handles here. Please, when you do this also, make sure you put your social media, because that's how people are going to find you. You don't know who will be viewing this. They might be interested because I'm going to tag you guys. Definitely I will add your social media page, okay, whether your Instagram, I will just add it to it. Okay, so now this is here, and I will just change the color of the background here. Background of my text, that is the text effect, because it's a background text effect. So I'll change the color to something like yellow, which is cool. You can even use this, which is cool. You understand? So I can use this, I can use this. So I even think like this one is kind of like more better than the yellow. So and if you take note of something, the color I'm using, okay, for this design, I am generating the color from this background, right? So that's it. Any color, all the backgrounds that I'll be giving you guys, okay, all the backgrounds that I'll be giving you, make sure that you are using white, okay, you are using white on it, except those ones that are light background, that you can use black on top of them, or maybe generate color from the from the, what do we call it, from the background, okay? So make sure that the text you are using white, and if you are changing the effect of the text, maybe you are changing the effect of the text, you want to change it to background, that it will have the background like this. I am a student, it should be I am a student of. So this I am a student of thing, we have this background text effect, which is we had the text effect, which is the background text, and you can see that the background is kind of like dark, and we have the light color on the dark this thing. So the text is showing white and the background is dark. That's it. You might not understand this very well now, but you will learn. I'm going to teach you all these things, okay? You will get it very well when we deep dive. All right, so just follow everything that I'm doing now. So now this is it here, and I can change it later. You can just, make sure you just finish your design, and later you can work on the color. So just play around with it. So now let me show you the test size of this so that you will not get confused when you're doing your. So it's 24.3. Let's just leave it 24 is okay. 24. So now I have this, and the find me here is kind of like too thick for me. I can reduce the size of this to something like 25. Okay, this is good. Now I like this. So now I'm just going to move this, make sure it's aligned together with everything here. Can you see it? Can you see this? Right? Can you see this? So you can see that everything is well aligned. Okay, this is right alignment. So now this is cool. And the next thing I'm just going to do is to, because this one, I want people to notice it when they reach this part. You understand? So I'm just going to change the format and make it bold. Okay, kind of like bold, like that. The next thing I'm going to do is to add my social media platform. Handles, is that handle? Account, anyone? You understand what I'm trying to say now? Search for Instagram icon, just like that. Instagram icon. So the one I'm going to use for this one is the one here. You can see there is one with transparent background. You can see one with white background, which is this one, the one with the circle here. Let me bring it out so that you can see. So I want you also to use the same one here. So you have this. It's actually transparent background. The only thing we just do here is to change the color. So I'm taking it here, and I want you to take note of something now. Now we have this. I will reduce the size because it's kind of like too thick for me, too big. So reduce the size like this. Now I have this. Now I can change the color to white, so that's where we work. So I will increase it. You can zoom your work, don't worry, don't be scared, it's fine. So make sure it's aligned together with length with marginage at the middle. So I'll move my length with marginage as well. Make sure it's aligned together at the middle of this. So just 1 inch away. So now we have this, which is cool, right? Now the second thing I'm going to do here, you can see they suggest, they're recommending some, other social media platform icons. So I would tap on Facebook, okay, and reduce the size also, bring it down here. And now you want to zoom your design so that you can see what you are doing. Awesome. So let's take this, duplicate, and now when you are experiencing this, that you want to change color and it's not working, don't worry, dear friend. Just reload the page. Reload the page like this, okay? Just reload the page. Can you see that now it has changed, right? So that's it. Just reload the page and you can see that it has changed. So if I want to change the color back now, you will see. Can you see that? So it's fine. I've seen people that be like, oh, this thing is not working, blah blah blah, and all that. It's fine. Don't worry. You can easily, do that. Just reload the page. And dear friend, you can see what we are doing now. Now I want to add something here, to just make it beautiful, like that. My image, I don't like the way it's just there, so I want to put, something there using shape, a shape which is a circle shape. So I just tap on elements and scroll, and I'm looking for shape. The only thing I'm looking for here is shape, a circle shape. I think it's here. So this circle shape is what I need. So I'll just bring this circle shape out, okay? And this is cool. So when you bring it out, you can see I'm not increasing or decreasing the size, the same size, okay? So because I don't want you guys to get confused, that's why I don't want to reduce the size here. So I'm just going to change it to white, so which is cool. And I will position it to the back, at the back of my, photo or image. I'm just going to position it to the back like this. Awesome. I like this. So now this is cool. You can see the line is well aligned with my what do we call it, with my photo, okay? You can see the line. So another thing that I think we can do, duplicate, reduce the size, increase it so that you can see, reduce it, now increase again, reduce. Okay, we can no longer reduce it now. Now you can place it somewhere around here. It is cool. Now you can see with shapes, you see what we achieved now. We just place shapes, test, add some things, and at the end of it, you can see what we are doing here, which is making sense. So the next is just to download your design. So maybe you can now decide to do some other things, like for instance, let's say you can take this, okay, maybe you want to place it somewhere around here, it's fine. When we see this, it's cool, right? You can take this, say maybe you want it to be like this, it's good, it's fine. In fact, you can even, do something like duplicate it, you grab, increase the size a little bit, place it on top of this, then position it to the back, you grab, position it to the back, just like this. I'm just showing you like what you can do with shapes. Can you see that? Is this not making sense? So that's it. There are so many things, that you can actually do with this, with shapes. there are so many things you can do with shape. So the next thing you want to do is just to tap on this arrow, at the top here, and this is where magic, ends. So you can download it. You can easily invite your friend to come and see it. Google Classroom, like so many. You can present this for this one. We want to download our design. So when you want to download this, you want to, download this as a PNG. Okay, you want to download this as PNG. So if you are using Canva Pro, you can just increase the size. This is just to increase the resolution of your design. Okay, but for this I'm okay. You can, if you are using the free, it's also okay. So but if you are using Canva Pro, you can increase the size. Okay, so this is just increasing the canvas size. So that's just it. And download your design. Boom, 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 like that. I don't know what that means, but I'm just excited. So I believe you've gained something valuable here in this video today. If you actually learned something cool here, let me know, okay, in the comments below. And also try to replicate this design and submit it, okay, to the group. So before I close, I told you that I will show you how to also change the background of this, okay, with the other, I'm going to give you all these things, okay. You are going to see them. All these backgrounds will be there. So what you want to do here is to first off tap on these 3 dots here, okay, at the top. Tap on the 3 dots at the top here. Why it's not working? So tap on the 3 dots. Make sure you change your view to thumbnail view like this, okay, thumbnail view. So this is thumbnail view. Now you can see this, but if it's when you start designing, this is the view that you are going to have, the scrolling view, okay. The scrolling view is kind of like, I don't like it. This is the one you are going to have. The scrolling view is what you are going to have. But when you want to design and you want to do some other things, make sure that you change it to thumbnail view. So when you change it to thumbnail view, just duplicate, okay, like this. Duplicate your design and tap on the background and replace it. So I'm just going to replace this with some, like, a few backgrounds here that are here, so that you can see what I'm talking about. So let's say, for instance, I like this background. I can just change it, replace it with this. Can you see the result of this as well? So now that's it, okay. You can see that, and you just download your design. So you just want to play around with it, see the one that you love, and share it with me in the class, okay. So, and when you want to send your design, okay, to the group, please send it as documents, okay. That's how it will not reduce the quality. You may not know how to send this as document to me in the class, okay. You may not know how to send, some of you might not know how to do this, because I even got a question yesterday because of this, like, oh, how can I send this as document? I don't understand. I was like, okay, fine, it's fine, but I'm going to also guide you guys, okay. It's fine. So it's normal not to know it. It's fine, okay. So there are so many things also I also do not know, okay. We all just learn. So that's the same with graphic design. So now if I want to change this image, the background of this one also, I can easily just duplicate this, okay. Duplicate, tap on the background just like this. You can say replace, then replace it with the one that I want. So maybe something like this, let's say. Okay, this is cool as well. You grab, this is cool as well. Now maybe I don't like this also. I can just say, okay, let me duplicate and change the background to some. So you guys should try to use different background, okay. Like for instance, I'm using this. You can try to use this one for your own, okay, and send it to the group. So another person can use this one for and send it to the group. It's fine, okay. So just take your time and go through this. Watch this video. In fact, you can watch it like 3 times, okay. You are going to get this. It's simple. So now let's say for instance I want to replace this. You can easily replace this, okay, with another background like this, which is pretty cool. Ooh la la, I like this. I like this too, which is cool. You grab. So now you can do something again. Maybe I want to change the background of this too. You duplicate, my dear brothers and sisters, and you just tap on the background and you just replace. This background, you are going to get them. All right. I have already, uploaded it to my drive, and you can just download it, upload it to Canva, and use it. Okay. How to upload to Canva? It's fine. I think I even have a post. Okay. There's one post on my Instagram page. I'm going to share with you guys. So let's say I want to now, okay, so let's work with something that is light, like this light, I don't know which color is this. So now if you take a look at this light one here, right, it's cool. Do you know that? This also is cool. You grab. So this is just like, looks like thing. So this is one color in color. You might not know all this thing now, but it's fine. Don't worry. You're going to get them. Okay, it's one after the other, a step at a time. I'm not going to rush you guys. Okay, so that's it. Now, when you are okay with this, like, the color that you want, you're satisfied, just download your design and you're good to go. That's all. All right, thank you so very much for watching. See you guys in my next video.